What is up, YouTube? This is DEFCON 3 Security coming at you from somewhere here on Spaceship Earth. You know, I've been wanting to make this video for the last few days, but I have the sniffles. Like, my nose is, it's got to be allergies out here in North Carolina. And it seems to hit me at like 4, 5, 6 o'clock when I get closer to work. And my guess is it's the pollen out here. So, and it's the best time for me to film. Anyways, yeah, I know it's been a while since I've made a video, and I keep having folks message me every day asking what's going on in my life, what's going on with the videos. So here we go. So I'll try to get back on track and start making videos. You got to understand, I don't make these videos to be liked or try to get more followers. That's why you never hear me say subscribe or hit that bell notification button, because I really just do this just to be a journal or document my life, and then, you know, I look back at it, and over the course of time I started meeting some really good people, and then I started catering the videos toward me and helping other folks out wherever they are in their lives. So that's sort of how my channel has evolved. I guess people just want to hear me talk, so hey, let's talk. I'm gonna have to make this into like a 4 or 5 part series, because there's so much that has happened over the last year that I've been living in Carolina. I'll answer the most basic question, and that is, yes, I still work in security. And we'll talk about that a little later, or maybe even in the next video. But I'll tell you what happened when I got here. So I get to Carolina, and naturally I'm looking for jobs in security, but you got to be licensed. You know, in California, I had to go through the BSIS to become certified as an armed guard. And out here, it's a totally different entity. And my BSIS license for armed doesn't work out here. So I had to go through the process of getting qualified, etc. And incidentally, in Carolina, you can conceal carry, open carry. You don't even need a permit. You could purchase a handgun and get it right there. I literally just bought myself a brand new Beretta APX concealed carry weapon. It was a great deal. First of all, the prices out here are way cheaper than the West Coast, but I literally went from grabbing the gun to walking out the door in 12 minutes. I mean, I did know what I wanted to get. I had seen the gun before. So when I went there, I pointed at the gun and said, hey, I want to grab that. And the guy said, sure. And I just wanted to hold it one more time. And when I did, I said, yep, this is the right gun for me. And went to the counter. There's a little computer screen, and you just touch the dots. Are you a felon? No. Are you wanted? No. Do you have psychological issues? No. And then I purchased it. It was really quick. Anyways, so I get to Carolina. I took a couple months just to settle in, and I don't remember. I think at that time I was still getting disability from getting, you know, when I was sick from California. We won't talk about that word, otherwise YouTube will flag you for some odd reason. But yeah, I was getting disability, so that's why I was able to not work for a couple of months when I got here. And, you know, I settled into my new house, etc. Then I got a job at this, I guess you could call it a pawn shop, but it's not a pawn shop because it's really big. When you think of a pawn shop, you think of something that's, you know, a small building. But this place was huge. I mean, they were literally full-size ride-on mowers, etc. So people would come in there and pawn off their stuff. And the term pawn means that you could buy it back at some point. So it wasn't exactly a pawn shop. People would go there, sell us stuff, and then we would resell it. And I actually really liked the store, and I was a customer quite a few times. And one day, and when I say quite a few times, I'd go there almost every day to see what they got new. I did see a sign one day that said that they were hiring, so I said, wow, that's cool. Now, you know how I'm always telling you guys to reach for the stars, right? I knew for a fact that this job paid $10 an hour. And yeah, so but I still applied. And I used the DEFCON 3 method when I applied. I went in there and I interviewed. See, when they went in there, they were looking for somebody to hire for $10 an hour. What they didn't know is they needed somebody that wanted $22 an hour. See, they didn't know that they needed me until I told them that they needed me, if that makes sense, right? They didn't know that they needed a manager in the store, put it that way. So I went in there, interviewed. They liked the interview. Says, great, when can you start? And I says, well, before I start, let's talk about the pay. And they're like, oh yeah, no, it's $10 an hour. And I says, yeah, I'm gonna have to work for a little more than that. And they were like, well, yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it is, but we'll see what we can do. We'll call you back. They called me back a couple hours later and offered me 11. And for those of you who would have been happy with $10 an hour, can you see how easy it was to go from 10 to 11? Like literally, you'd have to wait more than a year to get a raise, $1 an hour. And I got it just like that, just by being sort of defiant and saying, no, I'm not going to go for 10. Anyways, I told them, you know, $11 an hour is still not going to cut it. And I start, you know, painting a picture of the store and what it needs and how it can improve. And my plan worked. They called me back and says, well, hey, we're looking for somebody like you who can motivate the team and manage the store. And there you go. I became a manager and I started making more like the 20s per hour, right? They put me on a salary, put it that way. And I talked to the CEO of the company. He really liked me, called me aboard, and well, there you go. I did get the job. I worked there for a few months. I actually saw some folks there, and they know who they are, and they recognized me from my YouTube channel. I thought that was pretty cool. And I encouraged them, etc. But there you go, guys. I worked at this pawn shop for probably, I want to say 5 months. Met a lot of good people, but more importantly, I got used to the new city that I was in. And yeah, I paid the bills. I was making twice as much as your average person does in North Carolina. And it wasn't enough for me. I wanted more. I have bigger dreams, bigger aspirations. So I want to keep this video short because I'm telling you, like, I'm not sniffling a lot, but I'm holding it back, and I feel so congested from these allergies, and I'm just a little tired. So we'll keep it short. But anyways, I wanted bigger, I wanted better, and that's when I says, all right, I know the industry out here, I know the culture, I'm ready to get back into security. And guess what? I got back into security and I got instantly promoted. Literally on my first day of work, I got promoted. I'll tell you how in the next video, and I'll give you some idea of what I make. But I can't tell you where I work. It is a government job, state job, so I have to kind of keep it a little bit vague. But again, I use that DEFCON 3 method of knowing my worth, knowing my value, and valuing my time. So it's not always based on experience. It's also based on how you feel about yourself, right? I mean, anybody can watch a gate all day long, but can you convince the person that's interviewing you that you can watch the gate and increase the profits of the company at the same time? That's what gets you that better pay. Anyways, guys, that's it. I mean, I came on here today not really having much to talk about. I'll try better tomorrow. I'm still a little bit rusty, and I want to keep it under 10 minutes. Anyways, you know the mantra: know your worth, know your value. Wait, what is it again? Know your worth, know your Anyways, if you know what it is, put it in the comments. First person that can answer what the mantra is, I will get you a free t-shirt. Be safe.